I'm talking about a class that I'm teaching next semester. It's a really small class. I think I'm gonna have only probably two or three students, and I think given that this assignment gives me the opportunity to experiment with something new. So instead of running a traditional asynchronous discussion forum, I want the students to interact with a notebook LM. And so I design an assistant, and this is what I'm showing you here. So what I want them is to interact with the notebook LM, and at the end of the interaction to write a reflection. That's the thing that they will submit to me. So my hope is that the tool becomes like a kind of thinking partner, something that they can question, they can test ideas with, and they can use to explore the concepts before they process their learning in writing. So the idea is that for every week that we're going to meet, they're going to have this time of reflection with the notebook LM, and then give me the final reflection after that. So what you see here is all the information for the first week of discussion. Why this project? I think I chose it because it's meaningful for me. It's something that I will use next semester, and it required me to bring all the things together that we've been using in our class. So it's not only about large language models, but also about retrieval, about prompts, and this whole idea of human AI interaction. So I can use it as my teaching assistant for the students to interact with. One thing that stood out to me was this idea of a RAG system and how this helped me solve a real problem. In this case, that I don't have many students for next semester. So the LLM is helpful, but they also can make things up and appear as confident. So the RAG system helped me to ground the information in these selected course materials, and I can build something that is trustworthy for students. So I think that made the assignment much more meaningful, feeling closer to something that I can use in real life, and that helped me connect my teaching background with the instructional design principles that I'm learning. Creating then this AI tutor helped me understand the basics of what we learn about RAGs, how the system retrieves information, how it stores the information, and how it uses it to generate a grounded response. So I think that's one of the key advantages of the RAG system. But I think the part that I enjoyed the most was designing the prompts, and I can show you here in how to configure the chat. I actually went and put some framing in how the tutor will interact with the students, saying that should be supportive and knowledgeable, that needs to identify areas of strength and framing areas of growth as opportunities, that has to keep any interaction to 500 words so that let the students lead the conversation. And I think that's important, something that I didn't know about Notebook LM, and that help us have this more interactivity, more of a dialogue between the tutor and the student. So, and it reminds me that prompts are not only commands, but prompts also are a kind of designing the tutor in how it's going to interact with people. I think in conclusion, I have three things that I'm taking away from this class and from the project. The first one is the belief that AI should support humans, not replacing them. And I think this project reaffirmed that because it's something that we've been addressing through the semester. And I want to stay with this idea that AI is a co-pilot that is creative, that is helpful, but that is not making the final decisions for the learners, that the learner is still driving this experience and using it to augment the possibilities of what they are learning in a class. And I think the second, the importance of context as well. I think designing that part in the notebook LM where I'm telling the AI what the learners are doing, I think that helped me understand how important is clarity, how important is framing, the interaction between AI and students, and also the tone to make it more personal, so that whatever AI produces can relate and connect as much as possible with my students. So I think the skills translates directly into instructional design and the everyday use of AI tools. And finally, I think this idea of transparency, I think that's important because RAG reminded me how essential it is for AI systems to show their work. And I think Notebook LM does a good job in any interaction. The person can see what are the sources that AI is using. So I think I want the students to be able to trace answers back to the sources and not just accepting automatically what AI is saying. So if the students read the information before coming to the notebook LM, so these interactions are going to be informed by their own opinions and critical thinking on whatever the AI is giving them. So I think that's a commitment to grounding all information and all interaction with these verifiable outputs. And I think it's something that I'll keep prioritizing in future designs or uses of AI.